Morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time zone, depending from where you're watching us from. This is Biafra Watchman TV. We are live and we are direct. We are here to bring you the gospel of redemption at your doorstep. If today is the first time of coming across our video and you like the way we are propagating about the gospel of Biafra, please subscribe, like, and share. Alright, you will listen to what MNK said here and also listen to the analysis of a man who explained in details what Nigeria is all about. We've been telling people that if you see the way, even from ab initio, Nigeria was never designed to be a country. Was designed as a company of Britain, of Buckingham Palace. You know, that was how Nigeria was designed. And if you look at what is going on in Nigeria, indeed, you will know that if truly Nigeria is designed to be a country, there are some certain things that both the leaders and the people and the masses or the citizen ought to be doing. Look at other countries, African countries, they have started holding their leaders accountable. We all witnessed what happened in Kenya. Now, the people, the Kenya authority, both the people in the executive, the judiciary, and their parliamentarian, they've known that their people can do undo. They've known that if they mess up, their people can do what? Can even come after them like tomorrow no day. Now they are now ruling them with some fear in them, unlike Nigeria. The people, is it the president, the executive arm, or is it the legislative arm or judiciary arm? They do whatever they like, and they know that nothing will happen because Nigeria originally was not designed to be a nation. Because if Nigeria was designed to be a nation, they will not be trying this rubbish they are doing. They will know that if they mess up, the masses will come after them. Also, if you look at the people who calls themselves the security agents, starting from police down to the lowest, these guys, they don't even know why we are instituted at the first place. Anyways, why they were instituted at the first place is to oppress people, is to subjugate people who will even rise up to challenge the status quo. That is why they established them. Because I can't see the reason why somebody who calls himself police, soldier, navy, name it, will see the very situation of things in Nigeria and the person who claims to be in the corridors of power will send them. When people come out to protest, they will send them to go and buy those people. And that person will foolishly go and execute the act. If Nigeria happens to be a country or was designed to be a country, they will say no. They will say no. They were sent in Kenya at a point, they said no, they can't continue. You know what the Kenyans did? They said all these security guys, they come from somewhere that if they buy anybody, they will go and look for their family and buy them as well. Look at Burkina Faso. It was military like the way Nigeria have military. Kakimen that said enough is enough. They have to take the bull by the horn. They chased away the tyrants that masquerade themselves as Democrats. They chased them away. Today, Burkina Faso is fast growing. It's one of the fastest growing economy now in Africa. That's Burkina Faso. Here you will also watch, you know. So what am I saying in a nutshell? Nigeria was never designed to be a country. MNK said it. Now tell me, If you ask average Nigeria, what is the language Nigeria speak? Some will say English. Then you ask yourself, is English language our language? Is English language our language? It's not our language. Then if you ask anybody, what is Nigerian food? Will you say egusi soup or will you say ewedu? That's to tell you that these are different nations merged together for sole purpose of business enterprise, because we don't have one thing in common. Nothing. We don't have one thing in common. We are different people entirely, both cultural and otherwise orientation just matched us together. And we are people like us, we are saying this union is not working. Let's go our separate ways. Then we can collaborate as a nation individually. Some people said no. Every day they will keep coming out to lament. Politicians, they know that Nigeria is not a country. Now look at what Tinubu is doing. The copper girl that came out to say enough is enough. Why crate of egg is 6,000 something? Some people that come from Yoruba tribe took it personal that she is insulting their tribesman. Some said, why is she saying that Lagos is dirty? Damn it, is Lagos not dirty? Is Lagos not smelling? Go to that Iyanapaja Asics, that place they are dumping refuge. Anytime rain falls, go there, see the kind offensive odor will be perceiving. See, some took it personal, started attacking the girl, but what the girl said is truth. What the girl said is nothing but the truth. You know? So Nigeria is not never a country. We will keep saying it. It's never a country. The earlier we understand this and go our separate ways to develop ourselves, and if we happens to disintegrate that enclave called Nigeria and we go our separate ways, you will see the kind of development that will take place, because there will be competition. Ududuwas will be trying all they could, all their think tanks, all their technocrats will be doing everything possible to make sure they build their country to a standard the same thing applicable to Southeast, which is Biafra, and the North. There will be very viable competition. But now they jam everybody heads together. It looks as if what we are seeing is this. There's this proverb that says in Igbo language, a goat that everybody feeds, that goat dies in hunger. Because when the goat is hungry, this person will be thinking, you are the one that's supposed to give this goat food. This one will say, you are the one. But if there is a specific person that is feeding the goat, if you see the goat, you will see that the goat is feeding well, because the person knows that this is his sole responsibility to feed the goat. But in Nigeria is like a goat that everybody feeds. And you see the goats dying of hunger. So the earlier we understand this, better for us. The man said there are four cardinal things that if you don't see this thing in any country, you know that that country is going nowhere. In fact, it's not even a country. And he explained everything, and all the things he said is happening in Nigeria. So for people who are always terrified each time they talk about division or separation, it's for your own good. For your own good. We can't continue to be like this. 21st century, we are talking about electricity. Can you imagine? They said, was it P2B first went to Egypt to know how Egypt is generating light to their people. And another person in this government also go there. Tell me, electricity, does electricity need a rocket science to know how to generate electricity? There is water everywhere, there is sun. Even people are now generating electricity via different means. We are talking about how to generate light, whereas West people are now moving from the automobile they are going into now is solar, battery. They can charge battery and use the battery to manufacture and to ride a car. Now moved out from petroleum, and we are still talking about generating light. Is this not a shame? Is this not a shame? At this 21st century, we are still talking about light. Any governor, any government that managed to build few kilometer roads, and even the road is only just one single lane. Whereas in other countries, they are mounting six lanes with flyover. This one, just one single lane. 21st century, they are not even visionary. They don't know that at a point, the population will be increasing. So they have to build like, at least let them start from two or three lanes. This one still Appian Way. They build ever since we were born. Still counts as an achievement. How can a government count building road as an achievement? Whereas you know is their primary responsibility. It's more or less like you give birth to a child and they ask you what have you done for the child. You say you are feeding the child. You make sure that the child eats food. Did you even you brought the child into this life not to take care of the child or feed the child? This is your basic responsibility. You don't even need to tell anybody that you have to take care of the child you brought to this life. Is something applicable to these people that parade themselves as governor or government or president. Look at Indonesia. The leader, the king said when they were building Dubai, UAE, they said they want to build a nation, a city that will be example. That will be, in fact, they want to build their nation to a point that the whole world will see Dubai and marvel. The whole world will see UAE and marvel. Right from the beginning, right from the onset. That is why when you go to Dubai, see the magnificent things they built, you'll be asking yourself, so people can build this kind of thing in this generation. All these things starts from beginning. Nigeria can never work. Forget about this protest. This energy Nigerian youths are devoting in protest. You've protested for how many years? At the end of the day, it ends up in buying your people. Why can't you use that energy to say to your tent, oh Israel, we are sick and tired of this thing. People from Oduduwa extraction will say, now we need Oduduwa. People from Biafra will say, now we need Biafra. Coming out to protest and do all these things, man, it will not help your people. These guys ruling your people knows that once you guys to make noise, they will send their idiots to come and buy your people, chase your people away, and then you run inside. The highest thing you will do is to pick up your smartphone and start ranting. But if you people challenge the status quo, which is that enterprise called Nigeria, say we are no longer interested in Nigeria, you will see them, they will sit up. Biafrans that we are, can't you see Biafra that say they want to break up, they want to pull out from Nigeria? Can't you see how they are jittering? The whole military armament they are buying, they are just sending it there because they know that Biafra is the only people threatening their enterprise. They took Biafra agitation serious more than even Boko Haram. Now, some of the northern governors said Boko Haram are collecting taxes from different local governments, and they are not seeing it as a threat. To them, it's normal. The major threat they have today in that damnation called Nigeria, Biafra, because they said they want to pull off. And Biafra pulling off means their source of livelihood is being threatened. So if all these youth coming out all the time to sing, dance, talk all manner of things, at the end of the day, if they look at them as if they want to apply more pressure, they will send soldiers to go and buy them. That will be the end, and nobody will talk. The international community you are calling, they are benefiting from Nigeria. He knows that Nigeria is a place, Nigeria is not a country. They know that all they need is to do whatever they are doing, just do as right, get the resources you will get from there. Then they will use it to develop the place. Now, former president of Philippines, they've taken him to ISIS. They've taken him to ISIS. That is the current situation now in Philippines. Now you will be asking yourself, what about the people that committed a war crime in Nigeria? They are moving freely. They are moving freely. Nobody they've not even called their matter, or they say register their matter in ICC. No, they are free. Why are they free? Because these guys, these Western guys, knows what they are benefiting from Nigeria. Let them stop them now from benefiting from what they are getting from now, or getting to Nigeria. We see them, they start calling them to ICC. So to Nigerian youth who are going about protesting, this thing can never solve anything. Just let you guys just decide henceforth to your tent, O Israel. It's high time we start thinking on how to be on our own, since Nigeria is no longer working. If you guys cannot give us electricity at this present 21st century, you cannot give us good pipe-borne water. Name all these basic amenities which they've not provided to Nigerians. That means they failed. In other words, let us do what? Go back to our shell, our basics. Let's go back to our destiny. People of Oduduwa will say we need Oduduwa so that we can know if we can build our place when we have Oduduwa, dissenting with Biafra and dissenting with Arewa. If any day they start using this, we will see them, they will sit up. But as for this protest, like Akpabio said, you can protest as you want. They themselves, they have enough to eat in their homes. What I think, you can't be repeating one particular thing over and over, and it's not giving you a result. You keep repeating it, thinking that you will get a different result. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. So you have to change strategy. And the strategy you guys ought to change now is to your tent, O Israel. I greet you all, genuine Biafrans. Peace and love.
Nigeria has no name. Nigeria means nothing in Igbo language. It doesn't mean anything in Ibibio language. It means nothing in Ijaw language. It means nothing in Efik. It means nothing in Urobo. It means nothing in Ishekiri. It means nothing in Edo. It means nothing in Yoruba. It means nothing in Hausa. It means nothing in Tiv language. It means nothing. Nigeria is a name given to people in Africa by a European man. It is not your name. Can anybody tell us who formed Hausa? Can anybody tell us who formed Yoruba? Can anybody tell us who formed Fulani, they grew as a result of an organic process. When man tampers with the work of God, the nonsense happening in the zoo is what you receive.
When I say that no black country would ever develop, I meant the basic things that is required. The 4-pillar foundation that you find in every developed country. But there is no developed country. There are only 2 types of countries on earth: industrialized countries and non-industrialized countries. So if I tell you, Ghanaian Africans, your people are underdeveloped, Ghanaians are underdeveloped, would you accept it? How about you?
No.
And how can a place, there's no place, you can't have a country without people. So how did you call the country itself underdeveloped, yet claim that the people who live in it are developed?
It's because of the infrastructure.
No, but what I'm saying is, if the people were developed, shouldn't they build what they're supposed to build?
But it's the resources as well, the lack of resources.
What resources do you lack? See, the comparison is when you began to know that your country, the 4-pillar foundation required in any developed industrialized country, no black country has it. Those are, you know what is WASP? W-A-S-P. White, the race. Anglo-Saxon, the ethnicity. Protestants, the religion, and their history.
So is it when they came to colonize our continent and then
No.
left?
That is a 4-pillar foundation. Japanese, the language, the ethnicity, they're Japanese. The history, they are Meiji.
And then their religion.
Their religion. English are Anglicans. They're WASP. They are formerly a Germanic tribe that occupy what we call now the UK or the English land, England. China, you see it. Even though you have pockets of different tribes, they all speak Mandarin. They're all from the Ming Dynasty. They all share the same religion and the same history. Let me ask you, who is a Nigerian?
I would say someone who's born there, or someone who's parents are from there or raised
So
there.
what is Nigerian culture?
It varies because in
Okay,
Nigeria,
so the answer is there's no such thing. What do Nigerians speak?
multiple languages.
There's no such thing. What is the value, sense of value of Nigeria as a culture? There's no such thing. What is the history of Nigeria? There is no such thing unless you start from 1960 when we gained independence.
So are you saying it's the people's fault that we're not developing even?
Let me ask you, the 63 black countries in the world, do you know any black country where the people who live in it founded it? By founding, I mean a group of people, like the Yoruba Kingdom, moving around and came upon a land that is fertile, has what they want, and they settled there. Even if they have to kill the indigenous and steal their women, they did, and they made it into a republic. Is there such a thing on earth? A place, a country, where the blacks who live in it were the ones who founded it. No black country on earth will become industrialized. Impossible. You said resources. People keep complaining and telling you that the reason African countries can develop is because white people stole their resources. It's a lie. There are 4 resources nobody can steal.